So the final age group that I'm going to talk about is how teenagers and adolescents might respond to a bereavement. And of course, in a lot of ways, it's very similar to how an adult would process and respond. But it's important that we think, often, young people are very eloquent, they seem terrifically mature, their level of understanding is well developed, and they may have a high emotional intelligence. But we still need to be aware that they are in a point in their lives where they don't have the control over the practicalities of financial issues and so forth. So they may have an awareness of the problems that are going to be inherent in adjusting to somebody's death, but feel very out of control and unable to do anything about it. Similarly, around this age, with the brain development, we know that young people and adolescents experience their emotions very, very intensely. And so when they're feeling sad or low, they're going to be quite vulnerable because they're going to be feeling it so much more intensely than somebody who's a few years older would do. They may also bottle up their feelings, and this goes back, where I was talking about the social stage in early teenage. As we go through teenage, peer relationships are so important, and so a need to fit in and be accepted by their peer group, very, very strong need at this stage. And so actually feeling able to discuss and open up about their feelings may not be easy, may not be possible. And of course, if the bereavement is in the family, they may feel that they can't talk about it at home either. So feelings can get bottled up and can become overwhelming. But unlike a child who is younger, who might have a tantrum or be terrifically dramatic, at this stage, older teenagers and adolescents are beginning to self-regulate. They know what is acceptable and what's unacceptable behaviour. And so sometimes the emotions go sort of underground and can come out in hidden risk-taking behaviour, such as alcohol, drugs, incidents of risk-taking, dangerous behaviour. I hate to think of, children playing on railway lines or joyriding and so forth. These are extremes, obviously, but this is sometimes where this grief reaction shows itself. And so it's really important that we are aware of the vulnerability of young people at this age. We may underestimate it because on the surface of it they can verbalise and talk about how they are. We need to pay attention to behaviours as well as to what they're telling you verbally about how they're managing. And also being aware that young people of this age will often take responsibility for parents. So if the parents are grieving and struggling, the young person may feel that it's their job to manage and to cope and to not burden that parent, and consequently their usual support network that they might have at home when things go wrong for them may not be there. So giving young people an opportunity to talk with somebody beyond the family, perhaps suggesting to them sources of support either in their school or college or online, where they could talk to somebody who is not at all related to the situation. This can be a really good way of supporting them. But really looking out for changes in behaviour and letting them know that the door is open to discuss will help young people around this age.